Do we have a question of the day?
I texted you a question of the day. Did you just not look at any of the texts I sent you?
I'm doing things. It's not that I
And the
don't
question
look
of
at
the
them.
day
I
Wait,
look
is
at
it a
them.
question to us?
You asked
Does
me a
Emma
question.
get? Does M get the extra question of the day before everybody else?
M
Well, generally,
is
M
on
is the
top
one that
of
puts the question
editing
out
and
to the
listening.
Discord, and so
Yeah.
it's on top of Gabe.
Yeah.
It's true.
M is a tier 1 supporter, so he gets access to all of the.
I'm just at bronze. I
My
haven't made a platinum level yet.
My brain is on the like production of this for most days, whether I'm at like editing or just like considering what is coming next, just so that I can be prepared, because the more prepared I am, the less time it takes out of my fucking day. So it's really easy for me to be like, all right, think. Bam. Next thing I should think about is question of the day or whatever. In that case, it wasn't as early as I would have liked, but it was today at like 4. Yeah, we were like walking on the way home from the grocery store or something like that. So.
Yeah, I was like wrapping up a little bit at the tech table.
Okay, before we start, I just realized I forgot to give my dog his anxiety drugs because one of my roommate's friends is spending the night tonight, and that means stranger danger. And he gets the quake and shakes real bad. Shaky noodle. Just give me buttermo.
Yeah, no, we were doing like groceries and then eating, so I was moving it and right up until we were on, basically. But I sent a bullet list just a bit ago, and then
I did. Oh, that was perfect. Thank you.
I will, of course, do
That
a.
was super useful.
Yeah.
Especially, it's
Into
been
whose
a minute.
pockets went all that stuff?
What'd you say, Gabe?
Into whose pockets went the physical items from that list?
Gib got a dagger. I gave Gib a dagger because he threw his other one.
I think that
That's all I remember.
I
He threw one of
remember
mine,
you
too.
saying that, but I didn't. I should have listened to whose pockets they went into, but I went back and listened to what the items were. I'm pretty.
Me and Harbo went splitting on the
sure.
potions because he noticed me looting. Right?
What did you say,
That
Grace?
is
I'm
what
sorry.
it says. The potions are divided in the notes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
like I think Harbo noticed me looting and was like, "What you got there with those potions?"
We were all over it. No. We all stood basically behind you and watched as you pulled the things out of this mini boss. But I do think that you housed them all in your satchel because we're just moving quick. So I think you have them all, but I think we told you not to give it to Gib because we don't know what it does. And if he just whips it at someone and it like explodes the mountain or something, like,
oh no, it's the dagger of boomerang.
The dagger of exploding the whole mountain, then you know that we were a little nervous about that. So I think that we warned you to keep it on you, but I think you threw them in your bag because we just didn't have time to find out what these 3 items did. Boots, bracers, and dagger. Yeah, magic. Oh no.
It's a lot of stuff in my satchel. That's just some satchel.
Every time she steps, it's like click, 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 click.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You should try keeping your items inside of yourself. Maybe not.
Ooh. Okay. Dog is drunk.
Mike, even if you keep it black, could you turn on your camera for me?
Oh, yes. I thought it was on.
Perfect. Thank you. I think it just disappeared for a second. And what'd you say, Gabe? So sorry.
Health totals.
Oh boy, it's been a second since I've looked at my health total.
I think I'm at full.
You know, I don't think I'm doing too hot, actually.
Yeah, I know Marjorie's doing bad. Oh, something has happened to my PDF. That's interesting. That's fun. The only 2 spells that have not become the void are Vicious Mockery and Heroism, and Heroism is very small. And
Current
apparently my level is base boosted 10,
wild. What is happening over there?
and my background is 17.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Okay.
This is I think I'm gonna need to make a new character sheet. 'Cause
Unusable, it
this is
sounds like.
broken. Let me open it up with a different program. Yeah, no, if I open it up like that, that's not gonna work. I think my health total is 26 currently.
I've been bad. I didn't write it down.
You have taken a small amount of damage, Sparkalonius, from off the top of my head. I can't say what, but
Let's say 20 then.
yeah, my brain is for some reason even saying 4, so 22 if you think you were at full, just for safety. I'm pretty sure you took like a wing of something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I've
From
got
it was from me. You took, if you failed your Constitution saving throw when I did my
right.
Thunder Wave, so you took actually
Yep,
10 damage from that.
Yep. So I am actually at 16.
Triples out.
He said
Sparkle
excitedly and
soul.
then realized what he was excited about, that
different
he just
times.
remembered a thing. It was a bad thing to remember.
Thanks for hurting me.
Yeah. I think I
Wait,
killed
am
2
I-
dudes with that.
Am I throwing death throws right now?
Sparkalonius pulled you up with like a pretty low
you're
heal. I
back
think it was
up.
like a 4 to 6 heal, somewhere around there.
Oh, okay.
Just a
I was like,
healing
I'm
word.
trying to piece it
Or
together.
cure wounds.
Yeah.
I was gonna write down a 2 for Marjorie, so I'm now gonna write down a 4.
There you go. I'm at 17 of 29.
17.
If I recorded it right, I am at 29 of 36.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Interesting spread.
And Marjorie got fucking wung. She got winged.
Yes. Yeah.
I was not
And just
okay.
for everyone's
Well followed.
understanding, at least on my end, I have 1 level 1 spell slot and 1 level 2 spell slot. Sorry, I have
One
1
level 1 spell
invisibility
slot.
ready to cast.
Yeah. Okay. Harbo's out of spells, but he has this potion, so he's about to drink that and see what's up. So
The potion from Miranda.
yeah.
Okay.
And the thing that I
That
have
sounds
put,
sus.
that's a minor illusion that I've cast on the line here of the barricade, the horse. Oh my goodness. Are you okay, Egret? What happened? You hated that sound, huh? You went right over here. Oh my goodness. What a pushy girl.
Okay. Let's see. Gabe pitched. Let's see. Question of the day.
I thought it was
Which
pretty good.
which belonging of yours would you place in a time capsule for future generations to ponder? Which belonging would you time capsule? Let me just finish this message and we're good to go.
For them to ponder? So
And
the
is
point
this
of
a
it is for
player
pondering?
question
Want,
or a
but-
character question?
This is a you question.
Oh,
Okay.
an us question.
Yeah, this is one of your belongings.
For pondering.
For pondering.
For pondering.
That's what it said. It specifically said for pondering, not like
Does it have to
your
be a
favorite
belonging that I
thing.
actually have?
Yeah.
Oh.
One of your things.
Because I think a note that just says you'll never guess what was here is a pretty good thing to have in a time capsule.
Yeah,
It's
but
very
is
easy
that-
to own it though.
Do you own that note right now?
Hang on, wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Don't start the
wait,
recording.
wait. Don't start the recording. That's funny. That's funny.
Wait,
Hold on.
Craig,
What is
start
my
over.
thing?
Yeah, I have to think of one too.
I had one for my character that I pondered.
I just don't think I'm that interesting.
Everything's interesting when it comes out of a time capsule.
Okay, I guess I got something.
I guess me too. Yeah.
All right, we ready to hit it?
Better hit it than quit it.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons, Drive-ins, and Dice: A Wider World. This season, yep, there it is. This season, a D&D podcast about 4 wayward adventurers out to rescue some goblins and figure out what's wrong with Wilhelm's Hull. I'm M, and I play Haribo Tamagotchi, changeling artificer, not of this world. I think he's a hobgoblin currently, but it's very clearly it's Haribo. Yeah, question of the day is an object we would put into a time capsule for future generations to ponder. I don't know. I am digging around and looking at all the different things that I touch or interact with on most days. And then I thought of something kind of humorous. So I'm going to go with for very future generations, not for the next one, but for the ones that find our desolate planet and they're like, I wonder what happened here. A fidget spinner, because I think that's so fucking funny. And there is one on my desk. Ponder this. What could this have done for me? You know what I mean? Generations down the line, how are you going to know what I was doing with this object of spin? I think that is interesting. Mostly the pondering of it, not necessarily the object itself.
And my
Imagining
name is...
the ponder.
Come on, I'm trying to intro.
Oh my god.
Like you don't ever interrupt anybody else.
I never interrupt anyone ever. And my name is...
Because I do a good job. No, that's only because I do a good job of splitting up the interruptions that do happen.
No, I never do it, except for right now. I'm coming in so hot into this recording. Let me cool down. Hi, my name is Lawrence, and I play the very even-keeled bard Sparkalonius, who is currently Sparkalonius-shaped. For future generations of the Ponder, my prized possession is I have this gray beanie that I've had for many, many years. And I think it would be very funny for someone to stumble upon it because it's just a pretty nondescript gray beanie until you come around to one side. One side has a small black rectangle woven into the hat with a volume down, a pause play button, and a volume up button. Because at one point, these hat had headphones in it. They have not had headphones in them for almost 5 or 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. It's been a long time. And I think that would be very funny to discover for future generations because it very clearly does not have any electronic parts. Maybe at one point it was a magic hat. Who knows? I don't know. Well, I do, but they might not.
Also, these two objects together
and it says
are pretty
music
glorious in the same time capsule. It's like music hat and spinning thing. Okay.
Music hat and spinning thing. These were very industrious people.
This generation is interesting.
That's such a funny answer because I suddenly am thinking about this sweatshirt that I begged my parents for in middle school, and it was ugly. It was cobalt blue and checkered, but it had earbuds that go down to the sleeves, like the jangle, like the string pieces of your the pull stringies were earbuds, so you could stick them in your ears to listen to music. And I thought that was so cool, but I didn't think about how fucking weird it looked to have the freaking sweatshirt strands sticking out of my ears. And then I never wore it. I wore it once to school and people made fun of me, and I was like, oh, yep. You're right. This was dumb.
Yeah, but
thank you for making fun of me. Thank you for making fun of me. Yes, thank you for making fun of me.
I mean, they were right, which is what makes it worse. So anyway, sorry, weird energy like Lawrence. My name is Grace, and I play Marjorie Ridgeback, the cleric, necromancer variety flavored of the group. And I think the first thing that really came to my mind that was like, oh, I want you to ponder this, is probably a picture of my dog. Because I have a greyhound, and certain angles of photos, he just looks like a Muppet. Like if a Muppet came to life, like one of those like fuzzy worms, but the googly eyes. He looks like that, like down the barrel of his nose. It looks weird, and I just think that would be fun to see. Like, what a strange creature that must have existed. I'm imagining this is also in the same time capsule with the fidget spinner and the beanie.
This is what wore the hat and spun the fidget
It
spinner.
must have. It must
Can we
have.
write on the back of that photo, inventor of music hat?
Inventor of a music
Nice.
hat.
But yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I am Michael. I play Thaddeus Offcoot, the Dwarven Fighter. And I'm torn between two things. I currently have on my desk a small Lego figurine of myself that my company bought for me. It looks like me with my super long beard, and I think
That's
that
so
would be
freaking
funny
cool.
to just have a little plastic
Super
Lego
cool.
figurine of me for no reason. But the other one that's more connected to my personality, for better or worse, is I'd be tempted to put a rescue inhaler in there. And they just have to figure out what the hell the purpose of that was. Because, if you think about it, 2,500 years ago, we still can't figure out some of the stuff the Egyptians put in the pyramids.
It's
This
true.
is
So what's
just in
somebody from the
case.
future gonna? Yeah,
Just in case whoever's opened it is allergic to dogs, they can
yeah, that's right.
use
Here
the
you
rescue
go.
inhaler.
Allergic
Now
to the
you'll be
very
okay.
sight of them.
You're allergic to like a picture of it?
Yeah.
He's just so
Well,
like funky looking.
Oh no, I'm
2,500
allergic to
years of
music hat.
inbreeding have
Oh,
made it
thank
much
God.
worse.
Maybe it's the egret hair that's on the music hat.
Egret hair.
It's just been waiting.
Gosh.
Waiting and wait.
Generations old egret hair.
She'll get you.
Preserved
Watch out,
perfectly,
she'll get
though.
you.
Gotcha.
And I'm Theodore Stringer, game master, inhabitor of worlds for these few hours we spend together. What would I put into this whackdoodle time capsule? I was in a thrift shop in college, and I found a wind-up musical cherub-looking doll thing.
Mm-mm.
And the
Mm-mm.
music it plays is just a smidgen out of key, out of tune. So it sounds a little haunted, and I think that would be a very funny thing to put into a time capsule. Perhaps with a note just like, "Hey, how dare you open this up? We buried this for a reason."
The note says, "Don't
Or
wear
you
the
said it
music
first.
hat."
How you released the music hat.
You said it free.
Instructions: put on music hat. Turn key.
Run.
Run.
Put on music hat. Run.
QAWOL
Press
Nation.
button. Press button for haunting.
Well, good job, everybody.
All right, well, that's the podcast. I'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah, good intro.
I
to
mean,
the
it's
podcast.
been a
Not bad.
minute. We did a good job.
It has been a minute, and a minute ago, we were fleeing some hobgoblins because we ruined their party, and we took a whole bunch of goblins with us in our flight because we were sent to rescue them. We didn't really ask them about how they felt about that, but it's okay. They seem to be on board now. We fled through a bunch of tunnels through some exposition that I gave, and we wound up in a corner. And Miranda was around the corner, and we fought her, and she beat the holy tar out of our cleric.
She almost. I mean, she almost exploded Marjorie.
It's just about popped Marjorie.
Yeah. 1 health point away, if I recall, from being popped like a balloon, which is not something that's fixable with a medicine check.
No, we could not have done anything about that. It would have been really interesting for the podcast, though, live on air.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Then
roads
we
not
beat the
trod.
tar out of Miranda.
Then we beat the tar out of
Thanks,
Miranda,
guys.
and we split the party. Half of the party went to go and support the goblins that we had taken with us. They were doing something. I think they were holding a hallway against some hobgoblins,
Yeah,
and
like
maybe
a
also holding down a trap door.
yeah, the
Mhm.
goblins are on a trap door. They've utilized some like filing cabinets as barricades, which Sparkalonius has, if I recall, like filled in with an illusory spike wall. It was illusory, right? That's not a real spike wall.
I remember now. I use my Song of Creation. It's a real spike wall.
It is real.
Oh, nice.
And if you touch it, you hear magic. Or sorry, if
Oh,
you touch
yeah,
it,
I
you hear
remember that.
music.
Oh
You
my
touch it,
god, I
you
didn't know
hear
it was
magic.
real. Okay,
Magical
fuck
music.
yeah.
No,
And
it's
yeah,
real spikes.
They're holding the barricade and yeah, with the goblins on the trap door. And
Oh yeah,
then
okay.
what? Me and
So
Thaddeus in
half
the
the
control
party's
room.
doing that, and so then Thaddeus and Haribo went to the control room, and we spent a long time, or what felt like a long time, looking at all of the controls. Generator puzzle part 2. But we figured it out, and we pulled some knobs, and a hole opened up, and we split the party again. And Harbo jumped in the hole. Thaddeus stayed to sit in the chair and feel like whichever
Captain.
of his favorite captains, the copyrighted franchise, he likes. Haribo went down the tube and came out and went looking at these bigger generators that
Gotta get 'em
needed to
started.
be jump started. And he found perhaps the good port for jump starting and was going to go about that when suddenly
Behind
shows
him,
up.
Kandra. Arabo, how could you
Ugh.
do this, if I recall?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And I suppose that's where we find ourselves. Candra's
Oh.
confronting Haribo, saying, Haribo, how could you do this?
Kandra.
Was Kissing Booth ever a real band?
I
Ever?
mean, it didn't it? It had to have been. We have gone on tour at this point, but
Haribo, that's
Kandra,
not a yes.
I never meant to get you really involved up in all this. You made your intentions known that this is where you want to stay, and so I didn't want to wrap you up in our plans. But we're here to rescue these goblins, Kandra. And I can't let you stand in our way.
Ooh.
And do I know what? So I have like, I made a joke about having like fire and electric ready. They're both just cantrips, and my belt is back on, so I can cantrip at any time. Do I know what this generator takes to start? Because I was like looking at it and about to start it. Even if I've turned around, I can just like put a hand back on it to kick it on.
So, to the best of your knowledge, I would say no, but the biggest possible thing you can put in here would be what you want to put in here.
Well, he's not just gonna do it blindly, so then he's not gonna throw a hand back, but he's just gonna say that, I guess.
So that's it. Are we really gonna fight now? Is everything we talked about, all of our good times and spider fights and magic talks, that means nothing?
Well, no. Now, Kandra, if that didn't mean nothing, we wouldn't have started this conversation, and you know that. I really do not want to do this. I would much prefer that you join us. and leave this place with us, see the world. But I don't. This is not where I wanted to have this conversation, Kendra. It it does mean a lot. I really don't want to fight you.
All right. Well, no. You know what? There should be a persuasion check in here as well.
Yeah, definitely. To persuade her like more in a direction with something, he'll say but but if oh boy, no, cuz I don't like a threat. Like, it's not a threat. I'm not like, I don't want to intimidate.
A lot of it has sounded like a threat so far.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it wanted to start that way, but it's mostly I'm trying to not be that way because she is in the friend status for, Haribo.
Are you saying you friend zoned Kendra?
Yeah, I tried to I sidestepped the word zone at the last second there.
Dang.
um Yeah, I mean, I'll take the persuasion check just to stand down basically. Excuse me. Just to stand down basically. See, persuasion +3, that's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Impact, I have the electric and the fire going because I hadn't dropped them yet. Just looking for the right machine. But I do drop them. I drop them when I say that. That could be my persuasion check rather than intimidate. Like, I'm not trying to fight. That's what I'm trying to persuade her of, is I don't want to fight her.
Hmm. She she sort of a good portion of the tension drains out of her, and she says, "Yeah, all right. Not worth it. Not worth it, anyways." Um,
Not worth it anyways.
Damn.
What does that mean?
means you're a liar and a betrayer,
Oh.
and you hurt my feelings.
Honestly, Kendra, that is fair. We did we did not let you in the fold for fear of your allegiances, and that's fair.
Yep.
We intended to at the end of one session, but then we forgot. Sorry, Kendra.
Oh,
But I'm gonna do this, Kendra. I'm gonna turn this machine on,
well,
and we're gonna get out of here. I don't imagine it's going to be pretty.
then I better get out of here also.
I would if I were you.
I don't
Ki-
hope to see you again, Harbo.
Yeah, I know. But still, I appreciate our talks and everything you did for me. I would find a safe
Yeah.
place to hunker.
Wish you'd learned something.
Harbo turns around
He dips.
and starts peering as to what he should, where he should funnel the energy into or whatever.
Okie doke. What was that, Grace?
We can't hear you anymore for some reason. Are you there? Or are you talking on the phone? Or
Sorry, my roommate came in and talked to me. Just
heard?
one
Okay,
second.
no, that's okay.
Sorry, 1 second.
No.
Well, in that case,
I'm still back. I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm prison. What I miss? I was being offered dinner. Games.
Oh no! I just tried to send Kendra away and go back to working on my machine. I didn't really want to watch her leave because that's sad. And we have to finish a job. I can't get sad right now. There's already a lot of sadness I got to unpack on the way back.
Oh.
It's another. It goes into the vault. You're just like into the vault. I'm gonna turn around.
And then tonight, when he looks at his note, he's gonna remember. He's gonna go, "Ah." Oh,
I'm feeling pretty good so far.
Mm-hmm.
The line is holding. I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Yeah, okay. Let's go with an insight check or an investigation check on this area here.
Not dirty this time, but a clean 20. Natural, if you will.
Hell yeah.
Through the tears in his eyes, he can see what he needs to.
Yeah.
Through the tears in your eyes, it's not that you got any better at holding them in. You just got better at seeing through them.
He blinks properly so they kind of magnify his vision. It's a natural 20. He can do whatever he wants to. He does it.
It's like an animated character in a Disney movie using dewdrops for sunglasses.
Exactly.
For glasses.
Exactly.
I get the vision. I get the
refractions of
vision.
the tears, the ancient dwarven runes transmute into characters you can understand.
I can see it all.
And it says in case of jump start, connect these two toggles and apply power here. And here is a 2 foot by 2 foot square hole in the side of this generator.
Yeah. Okay. He connects the toggles and he looks back over his shoulder to see if Kendra has left.
Yeah.
And
You hurt her feelings, man.
I get it, but they're like.
Also, you're in the midst of about to blow up her home, probably.
Yeah, that was my big this is not the time to have if the conversation could have happened before I'm like holding the fucking bomb in my hand, like maybe.
Really caught in the
but
act.
there is no shot in hell that she is gonna be like, well, okay, I'll join you. Yay! Blow up my friends. Like, no, it's too late. That's unfortunate. but he's still gonna look back, and then he's gonna charge up. I mean, I don't know that he would think to do much more off the bat, so he's just gonna charge up a shock and grasp and shove his hand in the hole. He'll charge the machine up. He's feeling a little sort of reckless at the moment, I guess.
Okay. I think if you are just gonna raw dog shove your arm in there and just try and fire it off, let's go with like an artificer check.
13.
Yeah, I mean you fire off a cantrip and you sort of you see a glow in the darkness beneath you, but it is that is not going to be enough. Sparkalonius and Marjorie, you guys are manning this newly created barricade with a few of the goblins. And the hobgoblins on the other side of it were initially pretty confused about this sudden barricade. But they are beginning to regain their senses and are training bows at you guys over the top of it. Get an initiative out of, I think, everybody at this point.
Okie dokie.
I think they're regaining their senses, guys.
Ugh. Natural 20.
Fuck, natural 1.
Ooh.
Owie. My feelings.
That's a
Life.
dirty 20 for Thaddeus.
Right down the middle with a 14.
Okay. We're gonna, I think, Harbo, unless you have an action that you want to take at this moment to try and advance your goals, my thought is to skip you and Thaddeus, but if you've got something, please. You are the top of the order.
If I throw shock and grasp up, I jam my arm into the machine, it gives me a little dim light and then flickers out because that wasn't enough power. I'm just gonna rip one of Miranda's potions. Bonus action, rip a potion. What does this potion do? I mean, I imagine it's a potion version of the drug we took.
You're just gonna take an unknown potion, bro?
Yes, because they all look the same, and one made her fly. And if I recall, there was some sort of talk about restoring a spell slot or something. I don't fully remember, but
I'm yelling that from down.
I don't know how
I'm yelling
I
that from somehow off the walls.
Yeah.
Just take it.
Marjorie knows she's like casting spells over the barricade, and she stops and she's like, "Fucking a potion." He's ripping potions right now.
I got a shiver down my spine. Like, he's being a fucking idiot again. I can just tell.
We're not done cleaning up the last mess he got us into.
It's her fucking loot sense. She knows I burned a piece of loot on whatever's about to happen. We could have sold that.
You're just
what happens to you?
Yeah, so what does that do?
You just have level 1 spell slots?
No, yes, I'm level 3 right now. I only got level 1 spell slots. Mixed caster and all that.
Okay. This potion, I think what happens, it is uh, spicy red flavored, and
Yeah.
uh,
Hot, hot, hot.
when you drink it, it kind of burns and tingles on the way down, and you close your eyes hard against the sensation. And when you open them, it's not to the same degree. I think what you understand from this experience is that what you had in a previous episode was some kind of concentrate, um, and that this is sort of a diluted potion version. So there are not the same hallucinations per se. There are
Good.
some of those sort of like the outlines of things are now tinged in red and sort of sharpened. And mechanically does 3 spell slots feel like too many? It's either 2 or 3 in my brain that I'm going to give you level 1 spell slots.
Hard to say. I mean, she started flying when she drank the potion.
She did. My
So what if
notion
it's
on these is that it's like either the top level that you have available, or perhaps 1 spell slot of the level above.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Flying is
mean,
magic of which she was capable.
that makes sense. Okay. I mean, I think 2 for a potion is good. I like being kind of low on shit. It makes me think about how to use my stuff more fun. So,
Okay, I like that as well.
2? Fuck yeah. Well, that's my bonus action. That huffs a nut because that's my bonus action. That sucks. Dan.
Huff's a nut.
Yeah. Vile, I know. I'm gonna prepare, I guess. I guess I'll use my action. I'm gonna pull out my dagger. I'm gonna prepare to fix the need of power next turn because I don't have my bonus action anymore. But I'm gonna set my belt to like scope out how this potion is interacting with my body. You know what I mean? Like, check it out. Tell me if you can recreate the effects. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything. I don't know what it's capable of right now, but I'm going to try to have it like focus on the potion, break that down.
Okay, interesting. Thaddeus, I think you are in an interesting spot, because you're sitting in a room in a big chair.
Yep.
In front of you are windows looking down into a huge hall where these generators are that Haribo is dealing with. You can't see Haribo, but a little bit ago, you did see a big flash of light from behind the generators. You can also hear the sounds of commotion from out the door and down the hallway.
Yeah. Now I'm pulling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to wait until I hear the cries of my compatriots down the hallway because I don't want to leave Haribo where he can't get back up through the tube system he jumped down through if he needs me to do something.
Wise.
So at the
There
moment,
has to be a
I'm
way
gonna
back up. Like I was thinking about this actually. I think I was walking through the store the other day for some reason. Don't know. Always, literally always. If they built a machine, unless the method of like fuel is sacrifice and the person would never need to come back, then there is for sure a way out. You know what I mean? Like there has to be a built-in way out because like what would be the point of building a machine like that, right? If it's just a generator, I'm gonna turn it on, then there has to be some way out, right? At
What
least
if
was
the
my thought.
person whose job was it could fly? What if that was their one job and they could fly?
Oh fuck! Don't say that. They're dwarves. They're
Sorry,
not good
that's-
at magic. They're dwarves.
You
Yeah.
They're
don't
not like
know.
magical folk. That
You
doesn't
don't know
mean
if
he
they
can't,
have like
but
yeah. Well, no, you don't know if it was a dwarf. Don't be
it's an
speciesist.
ancient. No, I'm not. It's an ancient dwarven machine.
Yeah.
If a dwarf did not build it, I would be fucking floored.
No, but what if a dwarf taught the flying guy? Like, what if that's his one job is just turn it on and he flies back
Stop
up? Just
helping
saying, it's a
him.
possibility.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna have to roll a persuasion check because none of us are buying that story.
I'm just saying, it's
That's so
not out of the
funny.
realm possibility.
It isn't out of the realm. I was looking for an easy way out. Marjorie.
Hey, you guys let me get absolutely. I almost went and saw my god last episode. You guys all ducked for cover, and I got absolutely
Don't know what you
destroyed.
wanted me to do about that. You want me to beat my god instead? I don't believe in God.
That's true. You just be a goo, I guess.
An inert puddle.
I could bring you back.
I don't know if I want
An
that.
undead version
Yeah,
of
an
a
undead
bubble boy is like
Sparkalonius.
horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like really goopy and nasty.
Pretty
I
gross.
guess
I don't
we'll
know how I feel about
see.
that.
To take your minds off of that, the two of the hobgoblins draw longbows and fire on Sparkalonius. I'm sure that you get some sort of cover.
Yeah, what's the AC on a filing cabinet?
Partial cover or full cover?
I would probably say either half or 3/4 cover.
That's the difference of 3 and 5 bonus AC. Respectively.
I think I want to give you 3/4. I think that's correct for the thing that you've constructed.
Cool. Pretty tanky
At
now.
least if you're like hunkered down behind it. If you're standing up,
I'm hunkered.
okay, cool. So does a 16 or a 19 hit you?
19 does.
Okay. Take a D8 plus 1 damage.
Yuck.
While they're doing that, two other
Go fuck yourself. 2
hobgoblins.
damage.
Damn.
While they're doing that, two other hobgoblins come out, and they are both carrying a large there's just a weird looking tube shaped object between the two of them, and it looks heavy, and they're carrying it between them, and they're coming up to the
Did you give them a
to the
fucking
barrier.
rocket launcher?
No.
Okay. Oh, a battering ram, maybe? Okay, that feels better. Okay, that feels more right. I was like, is he having these motherfuckers set up like a noob tube on Sparkalonius and Marjorie?
It's not a rocket launcher. It's a mortar. It's
Yeah,
totally
a
different.
mortar. Sorry, yeah, they're so different.
And they come up to the barrier with this thing, and they actually, oof, and then one of them drops it, and that's the end of their turn.
Embarrassing.
After that,
Did they
is
both drop it or just one of them?
just one of them.
Okay, good.
Yeah, one of them's dropped one side of it, and the other one's like, "Dude, what the hell?" Sparkalonius, it's your turn.
Sparkalonius is gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the guy who dropped the thing.
Fuck yeah.
I knew. As soon as it was said.
You're never going to be good at anything ever again.
Yikes. Everyone goes, ooh.
Damn.
Please
Marjorie
roll a
nods in
wisdom.
approval.
Please roll a wisdom saving throw.
More like savage mockery, Harbo says through tears, alone in a room.
Uh, mm. Wisdom save of 17.
Yeah, no worries then.
That's not what your mom said.
Damn! All the goblins like look at Sparkalonius.
Marjorie
Sparkalonius,
points at Sparkalonius and goes, "Ayo!"
Sparkalonius schlorps into the filing cabinet and closes the door.
Oh,
Good times. Gib, do you have any weapons?
he could have a magic dagger if M hadn't opened his mouth.
I wasn't gonna say a single thing.
Gib scrabbles around on the ground and rolls a crit 20 and finds a knife on the ground.
Oh my gosh.
Nature
And
finds a way, as Jeff Goldblum
Does he
once
huck
said.
it into the darkness?
God,
He hucks
fuck.
it for sure immediately and rolls a 5.
Are you trying to just clear the area of daggers or what? Like, what's your goal, Gib?
He's had so many chances.
No, Gib, I said we're in danger, not in dagger. Get rid of him. No, wait, don't get rid of him.
The troop of goblins watched Gib do that and also go to the ground and scrabble around and fling a motley collection of rocks at the goblins. One connecting
At the hobgoblins, right?
or the hobgoblins, yes. Hucking rocks at the hobgoblins, one of which gets hit in the shoulder, and he's like, for 3 damage.
Keep it up. All right.
Marjorie, it's your turn.
Oh, hell yeah. A quick cue. Is there, like, punishment for rolling a 1, or is it just I have to go last?
No, you're just last. In the order, in this particular set of rolls, there's no punishment.
Wait, what about...
Got
Oh,
it.
that, never mind.
Got it. Okay. Well then, I am going to point at. I'm gonna point at the one that didn't drop the not rocket launcher and cast Toll the Dead. So I don't feel like these guys are very smart.
If you target the one that got hit by the rock for the goblins, it'll take the bonus damage because it just took some damage.
It's all the same
Oh,
guy, fortunately.
What'd you say?
It's all the same guy,
Oh,
fortunately.
well, there you go. Never mind. Good job,
I
Marjorie. You
didn't
knew.
want to roll up another health total.
job, Grace,
So that
you knew.
guy, he didn't take
Hell
damage
yeah.
from Vicious Mockery, but he did take damage from that.
Okay.
hell yeah.
What am I
Okay.
rolling?
I just clicked on it. Give me 1 second. A wisdom saving throw. Or take 1d8 necrotic damage.
1d12.
And then if it is missing any of its hit points, JK, 1d12 necrotic damage. Am I 5th level?
No.
No.
Damn it.
I rolled a 7.
I think you have to beat a
13?
13. I knew it all along.
You knew.
And you can't
forget things like
prove
that.
it. You can't prove it. You're not a lawyer.
Nope. My brother is though, and I'll have him check out the recording for me.
I don't think I cleared that with Craig, whatever his name is. Craig. Craig.
No, that fails. So what is that one? You said 1d12?
Yes, I did. So I roll it or he rolls it?
I don't. Whoever. You want to roll the
Ooh.
big number, or do you want me to roll the big
I
number?
do want to roll 1d12. That will be a 9. Oh, wait. Yes, 9. Okay, I want to make sure.
That's a good number.
At first I thought it was a 6 and I was sad. But I was wrong.
Yeah, no. The shimmering purple bell appears, and with a gong, it zips into him, and you see his exposed flesh sort of prune, I guess is the word that I'm looking for.
Turn into sunglasses, I think was the right word.
It looks so cool.
Stupid, sorry.
Give him a callback.
I literally was cackling while editing that scene today. That was so fucking funny.
And if you're a diehard listener at home, you'll know exactly what that reference means.
You'll put on your sunglasses right now.
And
So,
then
yeah, no,
can I do intimidation thingy?
Sure. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna point at the other guy and bluff because he doesn't know I have to take turns in life when we attack. So I point at him and I
That's
say,
so
Oh my God.
fucking funny. Oh my
This
god.
is the biggest brain thing I've ever
I
heard of in
literally
D&D.
never thought of that. I cannot believe that.
I'm a beginner and I don't know the rules. Fuck you, eat a
He
toe.
doesn't know that I can't just keep casting spells.
He doesn't know the rules. He's just a little goblin.
Oh my god, that's incredible. That's some top tier
man.
D&D play right there.
All right.
So is he intimidated?
You have.
Did I
to
just killed his
roll.
friend?
I mean,
Oh,
I'm fucking
I
intimidated at this point.
I just said that. I didn't know how to roll. Okay, let me grab the right one.
Yeah, roll for that.
Okay, that is a 16. Do I have a plus for intimidate? Is that something I can? Charisma
Yeah,
plus what?
your charisma.
17. 17.
Sparkalonius is intimidated. He's shaking
Fuck.
inside of his.
Me
filing
too.
Yeah, the other guy.
And like when I say pointing, I'm like holding my sickle and like pointing it at him, like.
That's one of the funniest comments I've probably ever heard in D&D. That's so funny. He doesn't know that I have turns.
He doesn't know I can take turns. I can.
Oh
Is
my
that
god. That's some meta warlock shit right there. That's so good.
Oh man, you can't get by that.
Listen, this is like my, I don't know, 25th time playing D&D.
Sounds like your 25th year playing D&D, man. You know it all at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he looks at you and he's like, he doesn't look like he quite likes the look of you, but he doesn't drop his thing.
Really? A 17?
Yeah,
That
really,
goblin's
a 17.
very brave. He
We're
loves his job.
assaulting,
You can roll
we're
really high numbers
assaulting
in this.
their home base right now.
Oh, you're so right.
If
I
he
mean,
pissed himself over you looking at him, these guys would not be dangerous.
Well, I killed his friend. I turned him into a
That's
prune,
true.
and I said,
That's
"You
true.
next."
He's
And he's
not
like,
dead
if I turned your friend into a prune, you wouldn't be like, Oh, I should run.
Not if you were assaulting my home. If we were out and about, maybe. But if you're
Are you
attacking
saying?
my home, probably not. I don't think the fight's
Well, if I
over.
think I'm gonna lose, I'm
I think
abandoning my home, and I can
think
find a home somewhere else. But if I die, that's it. Game over. I'm a
I think I
rat.
would be
I'm gonna
frozen in
tumble. I'm
fear
gonna
because I wouldn't know if
swim
you had to
away.
take a turn or not.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I might wet myself if I think you could just do infinite things real quick.
Okay. Um,
Damn, I can't believe that didn't work. I was so proud of myself.
yeah, I mean that's really really good, but no, not for a 17.
You know,
Um,
you made him take a step back, but
I feel like that's crazy because 17 is like you could 20 is pretty like that's like the highest you can roll. Like, 17 is pretty close to 20. But I guess you
you can
can't
roll
argue with
way higher
God.
than
People
17.
try all the time.
the
They're
D&D
okay.
book, the D&D book schedules very hard checks, I think starting at 25, Marjorie.
Yeah, you can't argue with Gary.
Yeah.
There's
No, I
even
mean,
like
Okay.
30 checks, so
yeah, there's
Gary
Whoa.
does know you have to take a turn, so he's not intimidated.
yeah, Gary knows.
Yeah.
He made this game and he knows you about your turns.
Gary
Dang
knows
it.
about your turns and your bonuses and your items.
Mhm.
I don't even know about those things. Right,
Mhm.
Gary?
Um,
Alright, well, that was my turn, but he doesn't know that.
Good book in there. Great bookend.
Thank you. Thank you. I still got another laugh out of game, so that's a win.
Harbo, you're up.
Now I'm not sure why there's tears in my eyes. It's either from laughter or from sadness, but now charged up. I'm going to pull out, or I already have my dagger out. I'm going to cast Arcane Weapon on my dagger, turning it into like a lightning dagger. I'm just going to jam that into the machine. That feels like a permanent level, like spell, sorry, permanent level 1 spell slot power source right there. Better than my first one. Jam it in there, and I'll leave my dagger, sadly, but it's the only dagger I got, so I might as well.
Man, we're just bleeding daggers left and right.
I know.
Okay. Give me another. Give me a artificer check with advantage.
Well, that's a natural 20 and then a natural 19. So 2 very, very solid checks. On my 3rd natural 20 this session, guys. I'm Harbo compartmentalized everything. He's here for the job, and then he's gonna break down. So don't talk to him on the road.
Rocking it. Okay. You check your pockets. You look. You see one last dagger. You take it out, and
Oh,
you
this
hear
is
the
my
sounds
personal
of,
special dagger that I've had since the beginning of the adventure. This is my garden dagger, my personal gardening dagger.
yeah, that your grandpa gave you.
My grandpa signed or whatever. Oh no.
Not Pappy's dagger.
Not Pappy's dagger. That's what he signed on it too.
Pappy's dagger.
You look at Pappy's dagger. And you think about all the fond moments, and then you jam it into the machine.
Pappy, no! Pappy in the afterlife. Has a shiver.
I'm not sure that Pappy's
Pappy does
dead.
a full somersault. And your belt thrums, and your veins boil, and electricity volts out of this dagger, and it harmlessly glances against you and your contact with it, and it also arcs inside of the machine in various places, and you see lights coming on the machine, and you see one final switch on the side of the machine that a light has now come on beneath.
On we go. I flip the switch.
Okay.
Dramatic pause.
I also imagine, like,
I
me and
will-
Thaddeus broke down, there's like a triple engine, like the way that the energy moves through it or whatever. We spent almost a lot of time last session going over however that
Yeah.
works. So I imagine he also got the good rundown once that the light clicks on that should click on, or whatever happens that lets him know that it's going, that he can input what he needs to.
Okay. So a few things happen all at once, I think, is what I will say about this switch. Arbo, you take a quick step back because the big machine that you have been standing next to comes to life with sudden and alarming force. A great humming and clanking can be heard from inside of it, gaining speed and intensity. It seems to be revving up for something. Panels on the top of the machine pop open, and slowly several different instruments pointing in various directions slowly raise from the top of the machine. As the thrumming increases in pace, um, larger arcs of electricity, bolts that spasm throughout this large chamber, begin to jump between these raised instruments, and as the thrumming of the machine increases to a fever pitch, all of these arcs of electricity bundle together and are suddenly flung from the first machine to the other three, um, uh, bringing them roaring to immediate and I've already used alarming, so borderline catastrophic life inside of this ancient metal factory.
I first was
Thaddeus,
alarmed, but now I am catastrophized.
Thaddeus, for a quick second, it seems like things are, fine, I guess. Like a
Fine.
couple of lights come on. Um, and then all of the electricity shoots from one of the generators to another, and like the entire control center blazes to life with indicators
Oh,
and dials
jeez.
and things that were not readily apparent when you guys were here at first, but I guess underneath all of this grime and dust, there was a lot more workings going on. So you are perhaps momentarily dazzled in here, um, but quickly, or I guess over the course of some seconds, I don't know. Um, both your eyes and all of the lights in here begin to fade, and until just a couple are still going on the dashboard. A couple are glowing faintly, in a rhythmic pulse. A couple are beeping in what looks like a measurement of something, and then there's a big green one. Um, uh, Also, you hear a big a grinding sound on the side of the room. The wall is sliding up, and beneath this wall, you recognize a relief map of
Ah,
the region, basically, that we have been playing in. Um,
okay.
with we're gonna go for some modern um comparisons just so that we all understand what we're looking at.
So freaking cool.
It looks like like a subway system, like a public transit map, drawn
Oh.
on top of this region map with little indicator lights at intervals across it. And there's a console over there, and like a blinking light on one of the spots. It's on this mountain that you can see represented on this map. Everyone in the hallway. Are there concentration spells happening right now? Is this illusion a concentration spell?
That's a good question. I actually don't think
Oh
so. I
wait,
think it
no, it's
just
not an
lasts for
illusion.
an
Oh,
hour.
it just exists.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to worry too much about concentration, but this whole I'm searching for the correct comparison. This whole
Compound?
hallway shakes and rattles like it is going to come loose from whatever it is attached to. I think everyone.
Sparkalonius cracks the filing cabinet to say, "No, Marjorie, don't hurt them. Too bad."
I do like that because it's like it's like you're shaking inside of it's like heavy turbulence in a plane. Like everyone is jostled from side to side inside of this thing. In fact, everyone take a D4 of damage. Sparkalonius, you take half from being inside of the filing cabinet.
Sick. Rounding up or down?
Down.
Cool.
Haribo as well?
No, just everyone in this narrow hallway.
Only
You and Thaddeus are
one.
like right at the epicenter of this, while they're sort of at the periphery and feeling it harder.
I think Marjorie got one. What'd you say, Sparkle or Lawrence?
I only took 1 damage.
One as well. Fuck yeah.
Hell
Some of
yeah.
the hobgoblins took 1, and some of the hobgoblins took 3.
Filing
All right,
cabinets
but,
come crashing down.
Yeah, no. Sparkalonius pokes out from the filing cabinet that's now like lying down on the ground. Marjorie, don't hurt them. Okay. I think it's Thaddeus's turn now.
Oh man, I'm tempted to press the big green button or go look at the flashing button that's where we are on the relief map.
There's
So
an enticing thing happening in here.
I'm going to hold off on the green button because I have not seen Haribo return yet. So I'm going to leave my comfortable captain's chair and go look at the map.
Okay. I mean, it's a big map. You can see. You guys are basically in the center of it, latitudinally. And off to the east side, longitudinally, you can see all the way to the inland sea on the other side of the mountains, past Dekram, out to the west. You can see past the mountain range to the north, up to the restless border kingdoms that Sparkalonius's caravan came down from. And you can see south. You can see that the coast cuts in to the south and then cuts down out of the bottom of the map. I'd say there are 3 lights worth of space between the mountain and the forest. Another 2 lights in the forest. And then another light just to the south of Dekram, nestled in the mountains.
And so these are just indicator lights. They don't appear to be buttons that I can press.
No. These are just indicator
Okay.
lights on the wall. But there is a joystick, for lack of a better word, here at this wall. In fact, it's really big. It's like a butter churn, size of a joystick.
Gear shift.
This was a
Well,
really
let's see.
important lever.
So technically, the rest of the party, even though we're split into 3 places, is all within the dwarven machine.
As far as we're aware.
Sounds right. A lot of angry hobgoblins in here too, but
Yeah.
maybe not a lot. Maybe not so many of them.
And if we cut off
And
their
I-
like source of new hobgoblins, then we're,
Yeah,
you know.
that's what I'm thinking. So I would like to see if I can aim the joystick towards the forest where we came from.
Yeah. As you move the joystick, each time that you it makes a satisfying ka-chunk when you move it, and the light clicks over with a loud clack into the next spot over. And so yeah, you find a very satisfying movement here to shift the lights around on this map.
Okay,
You
so I'm
wanna
going to
just
try
put
and
it in the
highlight into the
forest?
in the forest.
Okay, east or west forest are the 2 forest lights.
Let's see. So we are in the mountains. So we came from the east towards the mountain. Is that right?
Dekram is east of the forest.
Yeah. So I'm going to move to the forest to the east, like we're headed back towards Dekram.
Yeah, East
Okay.
Forest.
East forest. Vaguely, if your mental map is right, sort of this is vaguely in the area of the kobold goblin camps.
Ah, okay. That's where
Yeah.
I want to point us.
Okie doke. All right. Now it is the hobgoblin's turn. Two of them, they all sort of get to their feet. The 2 of them with bows, just kind of glare at you guys. The 2 with the oblong thing, sort of stagger to their feet with it. And one of them, sort of totters and tips over. And as he tips over, he flings his end up towards the barrier. And the other guy basically falls with the momentum. And this object, which it turns out is a large rug, flops over the top of this barrier. And the one hobgoblin falls down against the barrier where he lies and does not appear interested at all in getting up. And the other one takes one look at Marjorie and starts to sort of hobble back the way that he came. Um, okay. Sparkalonius, it's your turn.
I think Sparkalonius is going to ooze out of the filing cabinet, and he's going to just sort of like add to the mystique of Marjorie potentially be creating this this big rumble and shake. And Sparkalonius is going to say, "No, Marjorie, please don't unleash your full power. I don't know if this place can handle it." And then Sparklonius is going to like subtly cast Prestidigitation in like a exploding ray of sparks from behind Marjorie, fanning out like wings.
Okay.
Wow.
Probably an intimidation check would be my guess.
Yeah. I like that.
So that's gonna be. I'm not good at intimidation. I'm good at performance. Can that be a performance check instead?
That's what I was gonna say. It sounds also kind of performative.
Yeah.
Up to you.
What is a lie if not a performance?
I'm gonna say if it's a performance check and it does well, then she
If it's
will
a
get
performance check,
advantage
it's a
towards
19.
Intimidating. She will get advantage towards you roll intimidating them the next turn. If it's an intimidation check, it might just intimidate them. I think would be the difference.
I'll just aid. I'll just have my role also be an intimidation. Marjorie can do whatever they want. So that's going to be a 17 for me.
Okay, yeah, still a decent number.
And I'm shaking with fear. I'm shaking with fear.
Did you say there was an audible component to this? I remember the wings of sparks.
I thought you meant
Yeah,
the
it sounds
shaking.
like
Audible
sparks.
sound is shaking.
Yeah, it sounds like blub 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 blub.
Like when you waffle laminated paper.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the whole place is kind of shaking, so it sounds like there's audible stuff going on.
Insert
Yeah.
sound bite there. Waffle, waffle, waffle. For more immersive experience.
Just insert that sound right there. That Grace
Waffle,
just
waffle,
made.
waffle. Yeah, we'll do.
Listen, clearly I'm not a Foley artist.
What are you talking about? That was perfect.
I'm kind of here for it. With the spouts of sparks out from behind her and those sounds that sort of sound like the metal paneling of the very hallway buckling around them. That sounds spooky-ish. Gib. Do you have anything?
Well, no, because he keeps throwing it. Every turn you ask if he has anything, and then he finds a knife and hucks it.
Listen, we can't be mad at a fish for doing what a fish does. And you can't be
Marjorie,
mad at a
make a-
gib for doing what a gib does.
Fish has
Make
got
a
a fish.
perception roll,
Gib's got a
Marjorie.
gib.
Am I rolling?
Perception with disadvantage.
I don't like sound.
Oh no. He's gonna hug the
Okay,
magic
1.
dagger.
8 plus roll for perception. 11.
Okay. The goblins all cluster on the other side of the barrier where the rug has come over, and they have their various weapons out. But they don't really seem that interested in crossing this barrier.
Nah, the defensive
Marjorie,
game is
what do you want to do?
play.
Did you say Marjorie?
I sure did.
Okay, I couldn't hear for a second. I keep wishing that Sacred Flame could be like a big arc to get more than just one foe at a time.
Once you level up a couple more times, there are some bigger spells that'll hit a few dudes.
Won't that be the day?
Good chance of it being next episode.
Yeah, but when's that gonna be?
And by the time it happens, I'll probably forget.
Oh no, I was only meaning because like I thought you were making a comment about next episode, quote unquote, because that would be like like a different season, so like it would be a
Yeah,
bit away.
exactly.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay,
Oh.
also, yeah, exactly that. Okay, fuck yeah, that's funny as fuck.
It's exactly as you imagined.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am going to cast my other cantrip, because why not? Because I can. At Sacred Flame at the other guy.
Okay.
I'll kill him too. Must succeed. It's a dexterity saving throw. Or
That's
take radiant damage.
that's a 9.
You have to beat a 13 still. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Which guy are you attacking?
The other guy that was holding the long stick.
The one who's running away.
Oh, is he? Oh, that was the one that was running away. Oh, beans.
One of them's running away, and one of them sat down.
The one running away has already been hurt though, so Toll the Dead does its extra damage.
She already fired off her Sacred Flame, and Sacred Flame's going to do its bit. It's just who's going to do its bit too.
Okay.
I guess sorry, I wasn't understanding the description. No, I will not fire at someone that's already fleeing.
The two who had longbows who have shot at you are still here. There's one who sat down. You can still see the guy who's running away.
Oh, I want to get the Lombo guys. Those guys were annoying. At least one of them.
Okay. So you're gonna get the guy who you think is annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like getting shot at.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't imagine so. Me, Grace has never been shot at.
I even like
much
less
is it?
being annoyed.
Yeah, I really don't like being annoyed a lot. Same thing. I guess, is it still a 9? Or is this a different guy? He gets a different chance.
No, he still rolled a 9. But how much?
Okay,
damage?
then it is a D8 of radiant damage.
Got
And
it.
that
Me to
will be. No, I'm stalling because I'm trying to sift through my dice. Found it. Aha! And that'll be a 6 instead of a 9. Sorry, did you hear the sound of the thing?
Nope.
No.
A 6
Oh,
you said, or a
good.
7?
A 6. Oh, wait, plus. Oh, no, plus nothing. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6.
Got
All
it.
right. You
Purple fire.
you shoot a blast of purple fire at him, and he staggers back a step and waves his arms in his face.
Hell yeah. I said that. Hell yeah.
Haribo, look at what you've done. Look at all this. Look at all that you did.
But I don't know that I can. I guess it's probably just bright in here now.
And loud, yeah.
And loud. It's working. I mean, I did it. I feel good about this. This feels like my job. I'm gonna run back to the room I fell out of with that window and just sort of like wave up at Thaddeus and give him a big thumbs up, and then excuse me, and then start to look around for a way out, a staircase or a door, just anything that leads out. Because again, yeah, if this is generators, Haribo knows there's going to be a way out. I can get back to Thaddeus. Some sort of maintenance hatch.
Yeah, give me a perception.
Oh
Building like this, there's probably multiple ways.
my God. And I know them all. Because that's the number 4th natural 20. This is Haribo's most natural environment yet.
Hot tap dancing Velsharoon.
I know it.
Yeah,
I know
okay.
it.
You look to your left and you see a door. Um and you go towards the door and you're almost going to leave the door and then you look and there's a ladder right next to the door that goes to a catwalk that goes right to the window that you came out of.
And then I point
Um
at the ladder, Thaddeus, and I give a thumbs up, and I start climbing the ladder.
uh
Right.
uh Time's funny. Thaddeus, it's your turn and Haribo is knocking on the outside of the window.
Uh, I would try and let him in. Is there a button or a latch or a way to let him back in?
I mean, it's
Oh yeah, I
glass.
mean, I
Why
think
am I
from out
looking for a
here I
no?
can see
Yeah.
some hinges. So if you just unlatch it from the inside, it pushes out like a car window. You know, like a car back car
Oh
window.
yeah. Like the hinge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just push it really hard and suddenly towards him.
But wait,
Yeah.
Haribo holds up a finger. He says he holds up a finger, and then he goes back out onto the ladder, and then he holds up a thumbs up above the catwalk.
All right.
Almost
Now
done.
he will. Now he'll push the window out.
Oh fuck no! Oh, that's so funny.
Probably he had
Haribo.
wings.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh no!
My bad.
He
Marjorie!
climbed.
Level like a fly.
We thought Marjorie was gonna die. Instead, Haribo is dead. But instead he climbs in through the
Yeah.
window.
Yeah, you give it a good shove with a squeak. The window pops open. Haribo comes on in and beholds the new room with. I think
Wow.
the lights in here aren't exactly apparent until like as you are looking at it. I think if you are ever around like servers or big banks of computers, they have like bunches of lights that seem to be flashing at random for no reason, but you know that they must have one. That's what it looks like in here with all the various indicator lights in this room. They're just sort of there going off, wall, ceiling. You know, great glass elevator in here with the indicator lights. But also there's this map.
Wow, Thaddeus, this is a banging room. Holy shit.
Yeah. Thaddeus would show Haribo where he's adjusted the joystick, and then he's going to point at the big green button, and he's like, "I want to press that next."
Yeah, this looks like the forest. Do we know what's in the? So that you said there was one more light to the left, or like towards Dekram, that's in the mountains south of Dekram. Have we done anything in that spot yet that we would know
Have
of?
not really been south of Dekram. To your knowledge, it is farmland. The only really salient thing I think that we've ever talked about being south of Dekram is that is where the Dragon Seer plantation is.
All right. No, I think this is the most ideal space. We wouldn't want to mess up any of the Dragon Sea of farmland. Just in case. We don't really know how this is gonna go. All right. I mean, I think we're good. Take your position, Captain. We can hit that green button. I hope the others are still in the machine. That
There's
would be
the rest
wild.
of the crew.
Yeah.
Wild if they left. I'll go
Damn.
grab everyone and try to pull them in here. Maybe help with the fights. But maybe I don't know. Do you want? You probably need hands in here. There's a lot of buttons.
gears. I'm in the gears.
Oh, now he's a part of the machine at
Probably a
that
good
point.
thing. Part of the ship, part of the
You're
crew.
part of the crew. Part of the... Same childhood.
Okay, so what are the actions being taken here? I've heard a lot of I want to. You know, press the button. Are we gonna hunt for the
Yeah,
crew
no,
first?
I mean, I
Are we
think
doing both simultaneously, or
based on the way we went, if we open the door, can we see them hunkered, or are they like down the corridors
no,
and away?
they're around. They're around a couple corners from you guys. You can hear, you know, when there have been moments in the fight, you have heard them, Thaddeus.
Okay. Yep.
I mean, I think we just
So
do
they're-
it. They're still nearby. let's break off the supply line of hobgoblins, get where we're going, and maybe get to safety.
I like it. Let's do it.
All right. Do you want to do the honors?
I would love to.
All yours. And I do a little bow and like motion towards the button.
And Thaddeus is going to go again, like palm open, and smack the green button.
All right.
Do alarm sound.
Nope, nothing
There's
happens.
a bright
Fuck.
flash of light, and then there's nothing.
Shit. The machine powers
Yeah, no,
down
the,
and then turns off forever. Fuck.
Oh, great.
The entire machine is electrified, and you are all.
It's a self-destruct button.
No, I mean, congratulations, you found an exit button to Act 1.
All right, fade to black. Good, we're good, guys. Good job.
And we all see Belsharoon.
Wait, what?
Wait, an exit vumit to death?
Well, now you have to fight to get out.
Season 2, A Wider World.
We're
The
dead.
Afterlife.
A wider life.
No.
That is a wider world.
No, I mean, a lot happens now. Alarms. I don't think that there are alarms that you guys hear, Thaddeus and Haribo. You see like lights going off in the big room. And more, the indicator lights are happening in your room faster and faster. The Sparkalonius, Marjorie, everybody else, all of the sudden the floor drops like a foot and a half, and then everything starts juddering and shuddering and vibrating really, really hard. And all of the order that the hobgoblins seem to have had, all of their sort of battle composure breaks down at this point. And they all start to flee the field as alarms and lights begin blaring and flashing in this hallway. What do you guys do?
Marjorie,
Gib looks to Marjorie.
please.
The goblins seem close to panic. All the goblins look to Marjorie and they're like, "No, Marjorie, please stop."
That's canon. Just
Marjorie, no!
Oh wait, sorry, everyone. We need to get to the
You'll
bridge.
kill us all, Marjorie!
Don't worry.
Ah!
Don't worry, I forgot. Let's get
wait,
to the
can
bridge,
I-
everyone.
Can I yell like silence like super loud? Does that work? Do they shut up? Do
Yeah,
they
how
stop
loud can
on
you
the
yell?
ground?
Well, let's see how loud you can yell it.
Command of all of
I
these.
am not gonna yell. There are other people in this house. I'm not just gonna suddenly shriek the word silence.
Do it.
Do
Howard.
it. That's
No.
funny as fuck. No.
Let's just say that I do. I do that. I do that. I guess I have to roll for it. I don't know. It's intimidation. I'm just trying to catch their attention. They're just being loud. I don't know. That's intimidating, though, is it?
Yeah, no, I mean roll intimidation check, sure.
Okay. Last time I didn't go very well.
And these-
Natural 20.
Whoa, the most natural
Wow.
episode
Nice.
yet.
Yeah.
I like the power of Velsharoon compels me, and I like put my hand out and like little not like enough to like be scary, but like little purple electricity shoots out of my fingers and I yell like, "Shut up!" and to try and like silence the panic of these goblins so we can just be organized and get the hell out of here.
Give me just like a clean, bold silence. You don't have to yell it. Just give me like a good one that I can alter a little bit, like edit, Natural 20, I can throw on some like
Yeah.
reverb
I
and
got you.
shit,
Okay, let me get in the groove of it. Silence.
Banging.
Thank you. And my goal is just to have them stop running around and panicking so we can like actually achieve our goal. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna bail on these goblins.
Oh.
No, I mean a hush falls over the goblins immediately. They all look to you. It doesn't stop any of what's happening with the
Yeah.
building that you guys are
Yeah.
in. But they
building's
all
like,
stop
oh,
and they
fuck,
look
sorry.
at you and they're all just
I'm so sorry.
they're all just like,
Right.
what do we do about it? Yeah, and it's like, yeah, boss, what do we do?
I point in the direction of where Thaddeus and Harbo are because I can tell that this isn't Sparkalonis is doing, so I'm hoping it's their doing, and that's where they are. So we got to get the party back together. And so I gesture that way, like, let's get the fuck out of here. If you fall behind, you get left behind. Pirate rule. Let's go. Grab your butts. Hold on to your butts if you want them. Let's go. Get out. Let's go.
Everyone, do what she
All right,
says. We
all
don't know
all
what she's
kinds of movie
capable of.
references.
We don't know
All
what
kinds of
she's
movie
capable
references.
of.
Get out of here. Come on.
Yeah, you guys all get. I would say Thaddeus and Harbo that you hear all the sound of all of their feet, but you really don't over all of the rumblings that are happening.
And suddenly we're all here.
As the rest of these folks are coming through, fold out seats begin to sort of fold out of the wall of the room that you guys are in with seat belts.
Nice.
Not enough
Wow.
for 36, but
Is it maybe enough for 18? They could double up.
All 10 laps, yeah. Goblins
Could
are small.
Sparkalonius create just like a good dome that we could push him into? I don't know how big of a dome you can make.
Well,
Just
he
put
could
all
just
of
go
the
inside his
goblins-
pot and someone else could hold the pot. Or I
Mm-hmm.
guess we could just start putting goblins and Sparkalonians.
I could put him in my infinite bag of holding.
You should not put goblins inside of me.
You're not gonna eat them.
As long as
I
my
start
bag
putting
doesn't turn
goblins
off.
inside of Sparkalonians.
I start putting them in.
I grab the nearest goblin and I throw it into Sparkalonians.
Sparkalonius starts running away from you.
You can at least get one in there.
Harbo says, guys, we
God.
need to concentrate on moving the machine. Please keep it down. Fucking goblins back there. Can you believe them, Thaddeus? Chaos.
Totally unprofessional.
Fortunately, the machine appears to be doing the moving all by itself.
Never mind.
Now that all of its processes have been put into motion over these last couple episodes. And with a lot of hustle and kerfuffle, you guys get all of the goblins either stowed or braced or in Spartalonius, maybe not.
There's one.
At least one.
There's no goblin inside of me. Let me be perfectly clear.
Is there any level in which
There
someone can wear
was
you
a
as like a
goblin
cool
inside
suit?
of me. Just kidding.
Marjorie throws them at Sparkalonius, but he just makes holes in himself and they go sailing through.
Damn.
Then they ask Marjorie kindly to stop throwing them.
Camera cuts to an exterior shot of the mountain
Oh no.
real quick. You see the fortress on the outside of the mountain. Around, clustered around the base of the spire. You see a couple of goblins prodding a herd of scrawny sheep and goats on the mountainside.
It's a peaceful, sunny day. You could hear people chattering in the markets. Fuck.
Somewhere out there, there's 2 elf children trying to find their
Watching from a hillside.
pet.
Sorry, Barson
further
and
down
Stu will pick him up on the way back to meet us.
Yeah, no. Further down the slope, a camel-drawn wagon tears ass at breakneck speed. Suddenly, out of the quiet, a rumble, a tremor. All of the hobgoblins in the market square stand and pause and look around in confusion. The goblins on the hillsides pause and watch as little rocks go rolling down the mountainside. Inside the command room, a red light starts beeping.
Is it beeping in a certain place? Can I do like an artificer check to see what it's kind of indicating?
Yeah, sure. It's up on the command console at the front of the room, near where the big green button was.
24.
That started this adventure. 24.
Nice.
Whoa.
Wow.
The closest we're getting to a natural 20 without being it.
Yeah, no, I mean with a 24, the accumulation of all of your successes and knowledge, you suss out that this light means that the auto drive system has gotten itself stuck on something, and it needs you to pull the pull the manual release lever. A secondary light below it does have a seatbelt sign that you recognize, Harbo.
Ah, okay. Yeah. He says, all right, I need everyone to hunker down. Those who can, into seatbelts. Those who can't, find something to hold on to. It's going to get wiry in here. But he buckles himself into that seat right in front of those lights. And as everyone battens down the hatches, he looks back and he pulls the lever. Kerchunk.
Pro level, Kronk.
Kerchunk,
lever.
indeed. Okay. You pull the lever, and then the camera cuts to a couple different spots. First, it cuts to inside of the generator room, where all 3 of the generators in here began behaving like that first jumpstart generator did. They start winding up and binding their arcs of electricity, and then they throw them all in one direction. Camera cuts to beneath the exterior of the makeworks, where it is caught on a shelf of rock, and all of a sudden, an enormous fist on a big piston shoots out of the bottom of the makeworks and just punches the ledge out of the way, and you guys were back in the control room, and you feel the ground and you hear it go as the entire makeworks begins to tilt beneath you, and slide backwards. Back on the outside of the mountain, the tremors have increased. There is pandemonium in the market streets, as folks and animals run hither and yon, trying to find the most stable patch of ground that no longer exists. you guys feel gravity begin to seriously take hold. Haribo in front of you, the green light begins blinking one more time.
I press it. I
Hell
imagine.
yeah.
Yeah. I press it right away, fast, confidently. This is what I'm meant
the sequence
for.
of lights. The sequence of lights re-engages. Re-engages the auto drive. And I think for one last cut, we're back outside of the mountain, and like an inverted volcano, the whole top of the mountain vibrates and shudders, and then just drops into the center of the mountain.
Beans.
I imagine that the fucking impact or like aftermath is not. No, sorry, is catastrophic.
Yeah, I have like 2 health left.
I didn't mean for us. Excuse me.
Oh
So sorry.
yeah.
I didn't mean for us. I meant for the people who have built their lives around this mountain. Crazy. I can't stop coughing. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, all those people we met from them. Anybody else whose name I can't remember?
I think Hrumnum and Kandra are maybe the only other 2 names we know in this town, so.
I just really hope that Barson was able to get Stuven is far
Stu-
away by now. It's been a
They're
few hours, so
Baroness,
I'm hoping that
apparently.
I'm hoping the best.
Oh, we got a little
they
smash cut
they
of
were in the
Stuve and
cutscene.
Barson in the first cutscene, yeah.
They're
That's right. That's right.
Baroness.
Oh yeah, Terran ass.
So that brings us to the close of Act 1 of A Wider World.
Excellent.
Really
bang.
cool.
Wow.
Thank you
Wow.
everyone for coming on this journey with me.
I'm clapping, but you can't hear it. But maybe you can.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, very, very cool. And because we like to have fun here are a couple more bonus scenes to leave off the season. We see a we see the streets of Dekram filled with pine trees. We see Neville, the gravekeeper,
With the big butt.
bowing down with the big butt. His big butt in the air as he bows down before Zogmoth.
Dear.
We see a kobold in linen robes weeping before a set of scales. We see Koryak lower a leather mask over his face before he begins to weld.
Fuck yeah, Koryak.
We see we see a party of adventuring heroes, a cleric, 2 stout warriors, and a wizened old man standing before a ruined staircase, steps leading into darkness. We follow them into that darkness, and from that darkness emerges points of light. And drifting through those points of light, a long, rectangular spaceship.
Ah.
And that's all I've
Wait.
got for you guys.
Through the doorway that they're going, you said.
We're going to space, y'all.
Wait. That's crazy. Wait.
Yeah, just
Goodbye, Haribo.
fun camera work.
Enjoy space.
Again.
Crazy. Wild. Fuck. Bye, y'all.
Jeez.
Well, I'm underground now. They can't find me. They'll find me,
Can't
guys.
find
Yeah, it's not like
They'll
you're wearing
find
a
me.
tracking device around your waist or anything.
They'll find me.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh, man. I'm going to say so far, everything is me. And whatever is about to happen is mostly Marjorie's fault and then my fault.
You know what? Marjorie doesn't care, so I guess that's whatever. Sure.
Most of it's
I'm-
Marjorie's fault, and then whatever surprise comes sounds like Harbo's fault.
I've
think she
never
has
done
any
anything
emotional
wrong.
connections?
I'm a perfect boy.
Damn.
Thaddeus, from
Well.
his seatbelted position, would lean over to Haribo, or not Haribo, to Sparkalonius and say, "Hey, what would it take for you to write the ballad of Humnum the Coward?"
Damn.
Mm.
2 gold
That's-
pieces.
Deal.
The deal. It isn't but 30 more seconds until the sobs of Haribo drown out the vibrating machine. Compartmentalization has ended.
Wow.
Incredible.
Now I really
what a
have to
journey.
finish my other
What?
character sheet. Dang.
What a journey.
Yeah, I've got a few more questions. We're gonna hold off because there's like we're gonna hold off on like introducing each other's characters or whatever because there is a mechanic for like session, I don't know, like session 0 intro stuff that I think would be good to do it during because
And I haven't finished mine yet.
I
you
wanna
know,
get to
yeah,
it
and there's
so
some we got to
bad.
get through, and I definitely want to record like good
wanna
first
do
time
it so
reactions of all these characters.
Oh yeah, excited to introduce everyone to my character, as always.
Me too.
It's going to be very silly.
I'm
Me too.
excited, y'all.
That's the goal. Keep it silly.
My
Cool.
goal this next thing, I'm gonna have a voice. I don't know what that means yet,
Oh,
but
okay.
that's my goal.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's my goal, y'all.
I have started picking just my accent before I make the character nowadays. Like when I know that there's a character coming up, like if Haribo were to have died here or whatever, right? And we do a new season. Like while we're doing this next season, I would just be thinking about an accent, and then I would be going to practice that accent, and then I'll build a character, and that's just that character's voice now. But yeah, I keep starting with an accent just so I can like play in a new space. That's fun. I'm excited to hear what you come up with.
My notion for this character is I've occasionally caught glimpses of myself in the camera as we've been recording, and every time I do, I'm like, look a little bit like a lunatic. And so my notion is to lean into that and to sort of try and this character wants to interact with the camera more.
Oh, oh goodness! Directly
Nice.
with the audience
no,
member.
Break that fourth wall.
yeah, no.
Hey there.
Dill wants to be like.
Oh
yeah.
goodness. Hey
I feel
there.
like my
Mm.
last few characters have been a little bit aimless, so it's
I'm
nice to come
Dill.
in to a new session with a character with a very explicit goal.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's true as well. I'm excited. I have a little bit more work to do that I will do. Probably not for next Tuesday. Not that I won't have do the work for next Tuesday, but we need to finish up a few more character stuff for everyone as well. And then I need to prep my intro. So maybe next Tuesday I will let you guys know in a few days how things are looking, at least for me. Depending on everyone else's
Yes, chef.
schedules.
Whose hole is going to be involved in the next one?
Hopefully no one's, but things have gotten raunchy over the past few episodes,
guess
so who
That's the
knows?
magic of D&D.
Who knows?
They haven't been invented yet.
Man, now I have to come up with a different name involving the word hole. So give me a little bit, and that's what it'll take. A couple
Sigourney?
weeks. Sigourney Hole? Or Hole Sigourney?
Weaver.
What about her?
Sigourney Weaver? She was in the movie Holes.
Sigourney Hole.
I just am trying to figure out.
Welcome to season 2 of Dungeons, Dragons, and Dice. This season is
y'all
called
are-
Sigourney's Hole. I'm sorry.
Sigourney's Hole.
Y'all aren't cultured. That's not my fault.
It's not that it's not the presence of Sigourney Weaver in the movie Holes that I was shocked by for you saying the name Sigourney out of the blackness.
What? It's word association. Don't you know that's in right now with the kids these days? Everyone's playing word association.
That's just kind of my life.
It won't be that. And it won't probably be as good as Sigourney Hole, but it will be a good title.
Listen, I'm still writing the high from he doesn't know it's not my turn. So I'm just
An incredible moment to end the series on.
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh my god.
Yeah. Very, very solid episode.
I mean, that's
Oh.
like, isn't the first time I ever played it. I was like, we're just making this up, right?
Yeah, we're just making it up. And now, I've been talking with Gabe on and off for a little bit about a meta warlock, like a warlock who's empowered by the fact that they are, they have a player and they know they know that there's a DM involved.
Oh.
I think that would be it's very difficult to parse those abilities in a fun way that keeps that flavor the whole time, but that's that vibe for sure. That well, I've got a turn and they don't know. That's so funny. Well, good season, everyone. GG's.
Yes, GG's indeed.
Yeah, I didn't even have to disappear with an invisibility spell once, so that's a success.
I know. If those goblins did not pass the everyone shut up check, I would be like, okay, bye goblins.
I was halfway hoping that